The first question is the question of maternal and child obstetrics. The question is: a 28 years old preemie gravida at 38 weeks of gestation is admitted to the labor ward. On the physical examination, her blood pressure is 160 by 110 millimeter mercury. The protein in urine is 3 positive on dipstick, and she complained of severe persistent frontal headache and blood fusion, which was the following the immediate priority nursing intervention. A. Administer IV hydrolyzine to lower blood pressure. B. Administer a loading dose of magnesium sulfate according to the national protocol. C. Prepare the patient for an immediate emergency cesarean section. D. Administer IV furosemide to reduce fluid overload. So, the answer for this question is administer a loading dose of magnesium sulfate according to the national protocol. Why this answer is correct is the patient has a clinical sign of severe preeclampsia with severe feature. That is, there is high blood pressure, is there severe proteinuria, that means 3 positive on dipstick, and cerebral symptom like headache and visual disturbance. So, in Ethiopia, Minister of Health National Management Guideline for hypertension during pregnancy, the priority prevention for maternal deaths from eclampsia or seizures is seizure prophylaxis ምንለው magnesium sulfate ነው ማለት ነው. So the magnesium sulfate is a drug of choice for preventing eclamptic seizure ማለት eclampsia የሚፈጥረውን seizure ማኔጅ የምናደርግበት by giving magnesium sulfate ነው ማለት ነው. So when the patient have severe preeclampsia, we have to give magnesium sulfate. While the other option is while blood pressure control by hydrolyzine control ሊደረግ ይችላል and deliver crucial part of definitive management ነው. But preventing maternal mortality from convulsion ግን manage የምናደርገው by magnesium sulfate loading dose ነው ማለት ነው. Pediatrics health and nutrition question now. A 18-month-old child is brought to the health center under the integrated management of neonatal and childhood illness guideline. The child presents with bilateral pitting edema of the feet and weight for head Z-score less than 3 SD and skin lesion, flaky pain, dermatosis. What is the primary medical diagnosis and immediate priority management step? A. Marasmus, administer high-dose vitamin A immediately. B. Severe acute malnutrition or kwashiorkor, assess for danger sign and check for appetite or appetite test. C. Moderate acute malnutrition, refer immediately to outpatient supplementary feeding program. D. Nephrotic syndrome, prescribe loop diuretics and high protein diet. The answer for this question is severe acute malnutrition or kwashiorkor, assess for danger sign and check for appetite test is the answer. Why is the answer is because there is key visual and clinical indicator is there, bilateral pitting edema is there, and combined with dermatitis is pathognomic for kwashiorkor. ለkwashiorkor ለማለት there is ምን አለ bilateral pitting edema with combined with dermatosis, edematous severe acute malnutrition. Why B is correct under some protocol determining whether a child requires inpatient care or outpatient therapy depend on the presence of general danger sign, medical complication, or failure of appetite test. Third question is a medical, surgical, nursing, or pharmacological and calculation. A physician order 1,000 ml of normal saline, 0.9% to run over 8 hours for a dehydrated adult patient. The micro drop tubing has a drop factor of 16 gates per ml. What flow rate should the nurse set in drops per minute or gates per minute? A 21, B 125, C 31, D 83. So we have to times ምን አለ drop factor over ምን አለ over total time so when we calculating total time in minute የተሰጠን time 8 hour ነው so 8 hours by 60 minutes per hour ነው አይደል እንትን ያለን so 8 hour በ60 minutes per hour ስናባዛው 480 minutes ይመጣል ማለት ነው so we have to apply the formula and apply ስናደርግ drip rate አይደል የተጠየቅነው so total volume ስንት ተሰጥቶናል 1000 ml ተሰጥቶናል so ምን አለን we have 1000 ml as 1000 ml times 1000 ml times micro drip tubing has a drop factor 16 gates per ml ይሆናል ማለት ነው ከዛ ምን አለን ኦቨር እናደርግና ከዛ ኦቨር ምን ይሆናል እዚች ጋር ሙሉ ኦቨር ይኖረናል ማለት ነው ኦቨር ስለማይመች ነው ኦቨር እዛች ጋር ያገኘነው ታይም አለ 480 ሚኒትስ ይሆናል ማለት ነው so ሪዛልታችን ምን 125 gates per minute ይሆናል ማለት ነው መልሳችን ማለት ነው ሁሌ አይደንቲፋይ ማድረግ ያለባችሁ ተማሪዎች often confuse አትሁኑ ይሄም ማክሮ ድሪፕ ቱቢንግ የምንጠቀመው 15 or 20 gate per ml ነው ለማይክሮ ድሪፕ ቱቢንግ ደግሞ 16 8 per ml ነው so always check the drop factor specified in the question specify መሆኑ ቼክ ማድረግ አለባችሁ ማለት ነው when you do the question ማለት ነው patient for cardiovascular and critical care a patient with acute left side heart failure is admitted to ICU understanding the anatomical flow of blood through the cardiovascular system which physiological back pressure mechanism explain why this patient exhibit pulmonary edema or crackle in lung and dyspnea A failure of the right ventricle to pump blood into the superior vena cava B inability of the left ventricle to effectively pump blood forward into the aorta, causing pressure to the backup into the left atrium and pulmonary vein. C. Obstruction of the inferior vena cava, preventing blood return from systemic organ. D. Leakage of the tricuspid valve, causing systemic fluid retention. The answer for this question, the correct answer is the inability B, the inability of the left ventricle to effectively pump blood forward into the aorta, causing pressure to back up into the left atrium and pulmonary vein. So, anatomical flow, there is deoxygenated blood return to the right artery. and then to the lung for oxygen, return via pulmonary vein. በpulmonary vein ወደ left atrium ይሄድና left atrium ደግሞ ወደ left ventricle and out through the aorta ማለት ነው። When the correct answer for this question is B. Inability of left ventricle to effectively pump blood forward into the aorta, causing pressure to back up into the left atrium and pulmonary vein. When we see the anatomy below, there is deoxygenated blood return to the right heart is to the lung for oxygenation, and it's returned via pulmonary vein to the left atrium and to left ventricle out through the aorta. When the left ventricle fails as a pump, blood cannot clear efficiently into systemic circulation. The resulting backup pressure moves into the left atrium and pulmonary vasculature. It's causing fluid leak into the alveolar space or pulmonary edema እንዲፈጠር ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። This is why the answer for B. Question 5 is question for communicabilities and public health question. A 13-year-old patient diagnosed with pulmonary tuberculosis is started on category 1 first-line anti-TB treatment. During a follow-up at 2 weeks, the patient expressed an anxiety because their urine and sweat has turned a bright orange-red color. What is the most appropriate action by the nurse? A. Immediately discontinue rifampicin and refer to the physician. B. Order emergency renal function test to the physician. C. Reassure the patient that orange-red discoloration of body fluid is expected, harmless side effect of rifampicin. D. Reduce the dose of ethambutol. The correct answer for this question is C. That means reassure the patient that orange-red discoloration of body fluid is expected. This is harmless side effect of rifampicin እንደሆነ reassure ማድረግ አለብን ማለት ነው። So I'm going to attach the drug side effect of TB at the end. በዲስክሪፕሽን ላይ ምን አስቀምጥላችኋለሁ። የቲቢ ድራግ እያንዳንዱ ሪፋምፒሲን፣ አይዞናዛይድ፣ ታፕቶል፣ ፓራዚናማይድ ያሉትን ሳይድ ኢፌክት በዲስክሪፕሽን ላይ አስቀምጥላችኋለሁ። በቀጣይ በምን ኤሪያ ላይ ልሰራላችሁ እንደምፈልጉ በኮሜንት አሳውቁኝ። እስከዛው መልካም ሳምንት።